Yeah, yeah. Baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did to get lucky like this, but it sure feels fine. Cause you give me love and affection. I give you all my protection. I'm trying to stay by your side till the day I die. And you give me all of your love, and I give you all of my trust. I know you'll never betray me, you'll leave my side. Oh my baby, baby, you're my sun and moon. Girl, you're everything between. A lot of pretty faces could waste my time, but you're my dream, girl. You make flowers bloom, you make the flowers bloom. Girl, you make the stars collide. And I don't know what I did to get lucky like this, but it sure feels fine. Cause I see your face when I'm sleeping. I wake up grateful to breathe in the air you float through. I wrote you a lullaby, a song to sing on your pillow, swift as a swing on a willow. My sweetest words are mere birds in your perfect sky. Oh my baby, baby, you're my...
Oh, what up? What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Just One Question. I am your host, Lion Flood. Thank you for joining me. And for those who do not know what the show is about, it's ultimately we're going to be bringing on some guests, professionals in the career fields, and we're going to be having just a little intimate talk. And in between those times, I love coming on and talking about ways to inspire and getting people to kind of focus and going towards your goals and what you're working toward. That's one of my ultimate things. A little quick background about myself. I am, wow, how do I even explain this now? Uh, Kind of going into business. Let's talk about this. One of my mantras is all about hustle. As you can see some of those things behind me. I am a solopreneur, as I like to say it sometimes, entrepreneur, someone who's been working in the entrepreneurship field for the last 15 plus years. I have not clocked in, not worked for anyone, not had anyone tell me what time I need to be someplace, check out, go to lunch for 30 minutes. And if you or someone who is looking for that, then you need to stick around for this video. And also, do me a favor while we're at that, let's go ahead and get you to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow so you can be aware of future episodes. Today, we're going to talk about the work field and kind of jump into that. And as a little bonus, I might even throw in a little of the class I just got out of, and I'll have another one going today. Even in my field, I'm still working to learn and grow. So I'm attending classes. I'm always looking for knowledge and ways to become a little bit more successful. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into just one question with me, your host. So that's the question, right? Where do we go from here? What is your goal? That's one of the number one things you have to do. So I'm going to bring up a tweet here in just a second in which I read earlier today, and then I'm going to kind of talk about that. So I labeled this talk here in this live session about know your worth, right? Know your worth. What is your worth? And also, if you are watching this currently live right now, or if you watch this on a replay, do me and everyone a favor and drop your comments down below. I love to read what you have to say. It inspires me, and I'm sure it can inspire some other people as well. So Drop those comments down there. It gives me ideas of what to talk about in the future. So if anyone wants to know anything, let's do that. So let me find this tweet. I was just going to read it to you, but I think I'll just pull it up. Here we go. I got it. So someone wrote, says, don't let employers fool you. A 32-hour work week is a game changer. Having an extra day off every week has opened so many possibilities for me. So, Yvette, I can definitely understand what you mean by that. So, first, I'm going to speak to this from a solopreneurship um, mindset, right? So, for the past 15 plus years, like I said, I've not worked for anyone, not that anything. Does that mean it was easy? No way. Was it hard? Absolutely. Was it joyful, fulfilling? Yes, to the hilt. Because I get the number one thing that I want to trade my time for. Because when you are working, you're trading your time for money. I decided I wanted to trade my time for freedom. The freedom to be able to go anywhere I want, do what I like, when I wanted to, spend time with my family. When my family had a trip that came up recently, we went to Hawaii. The question was asked, hey, do you want to go? I didn't have to worry about putting in for time off. If that's a goal that you want, then you need to stick around and listen, because we're going to be bringing this here further in the future. I'm going to bring up a page in just a second to kind of show you what I was going through a little bit earlier today inside my class. But what do I mean by all of this? Like, what's one of the one things that's holding you back? I'm gonna tell you, in my opinion, it's fear and comfortability. You're comfortable. You are a, what I say, a cow. That is no offense, no reference to size or anything. What that is, it's a comfortable office worker, if that's the field that you're in. Now, this is not for everyone. Some people do not want to explore into owning their own business, or even a side hustle. I don't directly say you need to quit your job and start your own business. You can maybe start it as a side hustle until it grows and gets that revenue going to the point where you can replace it, your current job. I don't say quit your current job, even if your side hustle gets the amount of money that you still get at your regular job. You need to actually double or triple just in case, because then you're going to get comfortable in that. A side hustle might disappear for a little bit and you're going to panic, right? So you need to focus directly on it. Don't be a cow. Don't be a comfortable office worker. You're staying at that job because it's keeping you just over broke. They are leveraging your time for a salary that gives you just enough, so you have to keep coming back. I was talking to someone recently and we were talking, and I saw a meme. I call it a meme. I know some of you may call it a meme, and it's okay if you choose to be wrong. That's your preference, right? So, and it said, um, it was a picture of a gentleman and he was the boss, and the employee said, wow, that's a great car that you have. And the boss said, thank you. You know what? If you work hard enough and keep doing what you're doing, I will be able to buy another one next year. Not you. You won't be able to. We talk about pyramid schemes. Oh, don't work for pyramid schemes. Don't, because the people at the top make it. Well, then are you not seeing it? Everything you do is a pyramid scheme. You are working your tail off for someone who owns a company at the top. They will never, I say again, listen close, never pay you what you're worth or pay you more than they are making. Why does it take them 3 to 5 years to say, you know what? Let's give you another raise. They won't. And then when you complain about it, then they'll give you a raise just to keep you around, just over broke, so you won't complain about it. I know I got some information from my cousin once, and it was so eye-opening. She said every 3 years she works to, and I may be misquoting some of this, but every 3 years she works to get into a new position within her field. Whether she's getting promoted, which comes with another amount, salary, or if she just says, you know what, I need to go to another work field. Because after 3 years, if you haven't seen my value, you won't see it. They see your value. They just know that they won't pay you what your value is. So during this process too, if there's anyone out there that wants to jump in, you know what, I'm going to actually put the link to jump in if you would like to comment on some of these. Because I know some people have been saying to me before that they would actually like to talk with some of these. So I put the link inside of the chat box, and you can see it on the screen right here now. Just go ahead and click on that link, and I can bring you on as a guest if you would like to share your thoughts on this as well. So what you see me doing now is just another transition into a field that I'm working towards, working to turn into another venture, another business, right? And I put a video up a couple of days ago, I think it was, and I want to send a big shout out to all of my subscribers, all of my fans, people who follow me. We have reached the threshold of over 10,000 fans. I think we're about like 13,000 now, but and that didn't come easy. I had a lot of help. I didn't do it by myself. I had a lot of people in the background who are helping and assisting, and we're still continuing to work towards the goals that we have set forth for ourselves. So in this thing, think about this: in 32-hour weeks, right, work week, you would get an extra day off. A lot of other places have started this and done this, and people come back, they are more energized, they want to be there. You're waking up almost every morning dreading going to work. You get to work, you sit in the parking lot, and you sit in the car. I remember those days. I did it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go in here. You are killing yourself for a job that will replace you the day that you die. Say that 3 times to yourself. There was a young lady I was talking to, and I saw another one similar to this. She said she put in 3 weeks. She gave the company a 3-week notice that she was going to go look somewhere else or start school or whatever she was going to do. And the day that she gave it to them, they fired her. You feel so guilty because why? I don't want to give this company a reason to not tell my next employer something good about myself. Really? They will fire you without a 2-week notice, but you have to give them a 2-week notice that you're going to quit. They will let you go. And then you feel guilty about it. You feel guilty for not tipping someone in the restaurant field. But that's another subject that I won't get into now because I'll tangent that and we'll go off to the left field. So we're going to stick to this right now. But if you're feeling this, I want you to do me a favor and give yourself a round of applause. Because I'm going to tell you right now, and for everyone who knows me, I will give myself a round of applause every day. They say, Lion, you are conceited. You think that much of yourself. I absolutely do. Why not? Why shouldn't you? I don't think I'm better than anyone. I am humble, but I think I am great. Why should I not? The society, the world, TV has told me for years of growing up that I wasn't worth anything. I wasn't going to be anything. And I decided that I was. I was going to hustle for everything that I got to ensure that my family has what they want and need. Can you do the same thing? Absolutely. There's no difference between you and I. There's none. You can choose to do it. You have to start. Do not let fear deter you from what you want. You have to be able to get it. You have to feel like you're excited. Get excited about what you want. Start off. I'm going to show you a small book, and this isn't the one that I was speaking on. But I'm going to show you this book here. I keep it right on my desk. It's called Hatch, right? And I'll just show you a quick example of what it kind of does. It's my idea book. So I write down, for example, what, like right here, my Magic Tour, my t-shirt company, or so. I write down my ideas, and then it helps me grade them. And then at that point, I start writing down everything else that I want to do within that business. And I check it off. I continue going. And I will write down every idea. It doesn't matter. It helps you grade them. Some ideas are crazy and they'll never come to fruition. So the book helps me grade that. And then I get down to the last part and I'm like, okay, that's viable. So now I'm going to implement that. I'm not going to let fear stop me from doing it. I might fail. That's okay. And it's not directly a failure. It's a lesson learned from it. But now I know how to revamp that and continue growing. So keep on pushing for that. I got my timer. I'm watching my timer, so I'm going to keep that going because I wasn't going to go this long, but I'm so excited about this. So while I'm doing that, let me jump in to show you what I was doing earlier today in my class. So now I'm in this portion. working into this live stream, working into content, providing it, and going into that form of business. And let me see if I can pull that up right now. Let's see. I have it right here. Here we go. All right, so let me bring it to the top. All right, so let's see. There we go. So I was in a live streaming master class early today, and this is part of our little workbook that we were doing. We had to write down what we were going for, and one of the goals within this class is to work towards generating $5,000 a month from our video content. Right? What could you do with an extra $5,000 a month? Simply by doing the video content. You know, some people say, well, you can't make money from Facebook or Instagram or other streams. Yes, you can. You just have to know how to do it. They are paying content creators an enormous amount of money. I would just say that you have to put in work to get that, right? So what are some of your, your goals and so forth? And as I go down here, I set my intention. I set what my goals were to be able to do that. There are 4 phases to be able to get into that and continue working with that, right? So, but it starts with you wanting it, a desire. You have to have a burning desire to succeed more than your desire to fail. You have to have a desire to succeed more than your desire to fail. What does that mean? People think, I don't have a desire to fail. We subconsciously do. I used to be afraid of success. I know someone out there can relate to it. If you can relate to it, go ahead and hit the like button, put it in the comments if you understand what that means. I used to be afraid that if I became successful, I would have to continue to be successful. What if I got successful and then all of a sudden I didn't continue making it, and people saw me and they said, haha, you were successful and now look at you, you failed. And I was afraid to move on because of it, and it held me back. Like my feet was stuck in cement. You can't let it do that. You can't worry about it, because when you become successful, those same people that told you you couldn't, you wouldn't do it, are now knocking at the door, now sending me messages. Hey, Lion, how are you doing that? Can I do this? Yeah, you can. Just not from me. No, I am that person that when I'm climbing that ladder, if you're not reaching down to help me up, when I get past you, do not expect me to do the same. I'm still going to tell you how to do it. I'm just going to charge you now. I'm just going to charge you for that information when I would have given it to you for free when we were trying to help each other out, right? But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm excited about what's coming and what's upcoming. And I got another class to get to. Knowledge, learn about it, know your worth, set your worth. Are you worth, let's just say $20-something an hour? Then tell someone you are. When you're sitting in that interview, tell them, what's your salary? $35 an hour. Wow, we don't, our starting pay is X dollars an hour. Well, that's great, but you asked me what I wanted, I'm going to tell you with no hesitation. Right? No hesitation. People ask me what I charge for my consults. I have no hesitation. If you can't afford it, that's not my fault. We go to people who talk about why, or for example, Louis Vuitton bags are so expensive in these other bags, because they're not made for you. They're not. Let's be real. They're made for people with a specific taste and budget. They aren't worried about people who can't afford them, but yet still you're worried about trying to get that bag, trying to pay that extra money. Take that same money that you would pay for the bag and invest in yourself into a class. Invest yourself into a business that can teach you, that can explore. There are so many people that are out here making it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. That's just the one question I have for you today. I'm excited. Make sure you write. Make sure you send an email about anything that you've seen here today. And make sure you know your worth and continue growing, right? No company will give you what you're worth. Give yourself it. Demand what you're worth. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. And I think that's it. Yeah, right? Until next time.